Hi, piano friends. I'm going to give you another warm-up if you're working with yourself, a singer, student, or choir, and you're wanting to go beyond just the five-finger pattern of this, or the do, sol, do warm-up, and you want to expand that and do a wider range that maybe includes the scale. This is a common one we know. So again, when I'm teaching my keyboard skills classes and my students ask me, why do I need to know the scales? This is one of the things I point out to them is that, first of all, in life, we all get to do things that we never think we would get to do. For example, I taught many years of ear training. And I remember in my student days when I was taking my ear training classes, I was just so sure that I would never need to do this again, so never say never. But also there are just going to be times, especially as a music educator, where you're going to find yourself as the only one in the room leading the warm-up, right? And so having this skill is very important. And in order to have this skill, we really need to know our scales. And in order to do this warm-up, it's really helpful if we know how to do our scales in 2 octaves. If that's something you or your students could benefit from a review, go back and watch my videos where I outline how to do all of the major scales in 2 octaves. But for this warm-up, like all warm-ups, it's helpful if we can chord underneath. It provides a depth to the sound, and it also just gives us a little bit of harmonization and as we go through the exercise, a bit of a rhythmic element to grab onto as we transpose from key to key. So let's do a few of these just as an example. Here we go. So you'll notice in the left hand, now we transpose, I'm just harmonizing with a 1 chord of 5, 6, 5, and then back to a 1. Scale in the right hand, 5, 6, 5 in the left hand. And then if you're getting to a key that you're perhaps not familiar with, or you're just listening and concentrating and don't want to play the right hand, then what you can do is get started, let them continue singing, and just harmonize. And then and so on. And then you can keep the warm-up going. Now, if you wanted to descend, and oftentimes getting the descent, switching directions is tricky, right? So then you can drop out the right hand and then bring it back in when you're feeling confident with that key. Or if you just feel like the person you're working with for the warm-up needs some help. Anyway, I hope that helps.